Welcome to Closing the Gap Live.
Yeah.
As you guys can see, we are at a pool. A few episodes ago, Jo'Van suggested that we have a live episode in the pool, and here we are.
Yep.
I'm so tempted to jump in the pool. Like,
you should do it during the episode. I'll hold your mic.
Maybe after.
Okay.
Do a video of it, but yeah, not.
Or during. Think about it.
I'll think about
All
it.
right, bet.
So, guys, a lot has happened since we've been here. 4th of July. How was your 4th of July, Jo'Van? I know
good.
You said you went to Atlanta.
It was good. I have a neighbor across the street, and they make a lot of money, so they bought a lot of fireworks, and they shot like thousands of dollars worth of fireworks, like right by my driveway in Atlanta. So
Yeah.
it was lit.
Wow.
Literally.
Yeah. So I didn't do anything too much. It was a Sunday, but I did go see fireworks by the Vulcan. It was nice.
Okay.
I met a new friend. It was a older lady. She was with her husband, but like we text now. I did an actual workout via Zoom with her on Monday or Tuesday, one of the days. So yeah, it was fun. I gained a friend, a workout buddy.
Okay.
So
Dope.
yeah. So guys, we are live, and usually we are able to interact immediately. This time I'm going to do things a little different. So you guys can still comment, ask questions. We will get our producer to get us any hot comments coming on. But for the questions, we're going to wait to the end to answer those. So we just want to make sure we get this information out and then do a Q&A at the end. So just stick with us, ask those questions. We got them filtered through our editor and producer. So keep it going. Interact with us. We still want those comments and those questions. So we're excited.
Thanks.
So
Most definitely. So we hopping right into it?
we're hopping right into it. I get you guys know what we're talking about today.
We're talking about Mary. And I'm not talking about Mary. I'm not talking about Mary Magdalene. I ain't talking about Jesus' mama Mary. Nah. I'm talking about MJ, but not MJ from Spider-Man.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah.
We have the Spider-Man
Yeah.
towel.
That's the Hulk.
I mean, it's Avengers. Spider-Man's
Wow.
on it if you open it. So
Have you seen any Marvel movie?
I
ever?
have. We talk about this. But if you
Okay.
open the towel,
Oh,
Peter
okay.
Parker's in it as well.
I didn't see that.
So I know my Marvel people.
Yes, today we're talking about marijuana.
Marijuana.
And if Christians can partake in it. So, Brandice, what do you think about marijuana?
Jumping right in.
Jumping right in.
I mean, as far as that's a loaded question.
Is it? Is it loaded?
It's loaded.
I thought it was straightforward and it was pretty. I thought the Bible was very clear about
No.
it.
That part is very clear.
I'm actually being.
Like, wait a minute. Well, just my point of view is, especially as a Christian, should Christians? I'm going to go straight to the point. Should Christians partake in the marijuana?
Right.
Easy question. Answer: no.
Okay.
I don't think. I guess my thing is the simple, without diving too deep, because I have scriptures to back it up. I always think of, what would Jesus do? If Jesus, he is with us at all times, but if he was here in the flesh, would you be, I don't know, rolling the blunt or whatever they call it these days? Jesus sitting right here with you. That's how I look at it. So that's the easiest way for me to think about it. And honestly, we should take everything we do as Christians that way. So I think that will solve a lot of questions.
I'm not gonna lie, that was really funny. Would you light up in front of Jesus?
Exactly, but no,
that's
for
pretty funny.
real.
I'm just imagining that.
No, for real.
It's like, because I'm just imagining, because you know how they do. You get a circle of people and they pass it around. And
Yeah.
You're just like.
Because the thing is, people make excuses. They always say, well, he made the plant, so everything is good. But
That's in Genesis.
it isn't just.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I brought that scripture for.
It's from the earth, Brandice.
But was that his purpose? I'm pretty sure that wasn't the purpose to get high and all this other stuff. I do want to break that up. As far as there's different components. There's the TCH, which to get you high.
THC.
Thank you.
What website were you at?
There
Good
you go. No,
gracious.
it's right on my cards, people.
I hope they
I
didn't
was,
say TCH on the website you're at. Oh my lord. And you were looking up CDB, just all backwards.
no, I had it right on my cards, people. I was just like, said thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So, no, so um, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the reason that it was created for, because then there's the CBD component of it, which does have some kind of beneficial, but doesn't get you high. Medical pain relief, things of that nature, medical reasons. So
So the issue is THC. That's what the issue. It's not specifically marijuana. It's THC within
yes, because
marijuana.
people we switch things all differently and try to for our gain and all of that. But yeah. So what do you think some of our people use marijuana for?
Oh, I think there's lots of reasons, and that plays into like how marijuana affects people differently. It doesn't affect everyone the same. Not everyone gets happy. Not everyone gets hungry. Not everybody gets. Some people get like real sensitive. Like
Mm-hmm.
their senses become heightened. Some people experience those positive things. Some people actually get anxiety
Yeah.
from smoking.
Oh yeah.
Some people
Hallucinations.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So depending on how it affects you, I feel like people use it differently. There's some people it affects them in such a way where they're like, it's not for me. There's other people like, it's great, and I think, you know, people like, why do people use it? Some
Yeah.
people use it. I know people that use it and it actually clears their mind, which I'm going to get to, which I'm going to come back to that. It actually helps them think clearer.
Mm-hmm.
Some
I've
people,
heard people say that.
you know what I'm saying? But some people, they use it as an escape
Mm-hmm.
from maybe being overwhelmed or using it as an escape from anxiety.
Yes.
So there's different reasons that people use it. It's not the same for everyone because the chemicals within it affect people differently.
Yeah, some of the other reasons I saw to get high, to relieve stress, like you said, medical reasons, peer pressure, or the social use, and then there's some people for a spiritual use. I saw that online. I was like, wasn't sure. I guess different religions, I guess whatever. But I thought that was interesting that they take it as a spiritual whatever. But that's a whole nother. Uh, I don't know,
That's a whole
can of
that's
worms.
a whole different group of people.
Yes, the whole,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. So there's all sorts of reasons why people use it.
yeah.
So
But I just want to. I don't want to go down this road right now, but
sure,
just to combat what you said, because I do know a lot of people who say they do it as an escape or to relieve stress, whatever. And I get it, whatever you want to feel. But the thing is, as a Christian, I always think of like First Peter 5:7. I do have that. Casting all your anxieties on Him because He cares for you, and Christ always wants you to depend on Him and look for Him for your answers, not some outside source.
right.
So, as a Christian, I think that's really odd that, and I see that all the time. Like, I'm not saying that meditation or anything, all that's wrong. No means, but if you're doing it and not seeking God, that's where the issue now. If you're seeking
Right.
drugs for that's where I think the issue.
Yeah, who are you serving? Are you serving God or are you serving whatever substance or activity
And I
that
think that's where
does
people,
more for
instead of
you?
looking for Christ to fill that
Seemingly.
void or
Right.
to escape or,
Right.
or to relieve that stress or anxiety,
Right.
I think that's when the issue comes into play. So when I hear that, I saw that so many times, relieve stress, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Christ said He wants us to cast all our cares on Him so that He can relieve our stress and all of that. So I don't know.
So let me ask you a question. Do you feel like and I'll answer this question too. So it's not all on
It's
you.
all on me.
Yes, I believe like the Bible says you can't serve two masters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can only serve one master, and that if you're a Christian that should be God,
Right.
right? So my question is, can you serve God 100%, look to Him to cast all your anxieties and everything like that on Him, but just in general, is it okay to have other things that also relieve stress in your life?
I think what it depends on what it's like. Of course, like actual medicine. If you actually went to a doctor and got like medicine, all the things, but like for an alternative substance where it's also well, I guess you can argue any medicine or drug will alter your state of brain. But I feel like with marijuana, there's just it's a gateway, and I just feel like it leads to other things. So I just feel like it's very tricky to use that for that reason. But I feel like, in a simple word, yes. But I don't for marijuana. I don't know. Other things, yes, like seeking professional help, going to getting medicine or whatever the case may be. Sorry, this is live, so I'm like flying flies and bugs. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You said a couple things, but I'll answer my own question first,
Okay.
and then I'll kind of respond to some of the things you said. Yeah. I mean, I think that we all use things, even if God is first in our life. I mean, I might get some heat for this, but I'm ready for the smoke. That's pun intended, right? Anyway, no, I feel like we all have things that we go to. We don't. I don't believe anyone. Most people don't just go to God. I think Christians, yes, they put God first, and that's where most of your attention and most of your comfort should come from.
Mm-hmm.
But people, I mean, some people spend money. That's anxiety relief. Like
Yeah.
go shopping. Some people eat. Some people, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, gluttony is a thing too.
Yeah,
and that's a okay.
You know
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. Sorry.
Like, not people can do that and still not put God below those things, but that's also a form of stress relief for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a such thing as abuse of those things as well. Like you can have a shopping addiction and hurt yourself. You could have an eating addiction, hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things. So I say that to say anything can be abused.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That gives you relief. You said two things. So you talk about medical marijuana, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I did some research.
Other medicine, but yes,
yeah,
it can be.
So I did some research, and like the legal definition of medical marijuana is legally dispensed to state qualified patients. Medical marijuana typically contains more CBD,
right,
which doesn't give you any of the psychotic effects.
That's the
psychoactive. Excuse me.
THC.
Yes, but the THC recreational marijuana typically has more THC.
Right.
Right. So I know one of the Bible verses is you must obey the law of the land. So I think another big question that Christians may have is, well, if the law of the land, and we have, like in this country, we have certain states that say recreational and medical marijuana is completely legal. So in those cases, I can see how some Christians would say, oh, well, then it's fine. But then we have to go, obviously we're going to unpack that even more.
Right.
But I just wanted to address that because that's one of the things that I feel like a lot of Christians hear is like, well, if the law says it's illegal, you shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? However, the flip side to that as well is there are some things in this country that are legal that are just as destructive, that can be just as destructive. Cigarettes, completely legal, gives you cancer. Alcohol, you can get drunk by it. Both legal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
but as far as, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I just wanted to put that out there. Did you have something to say?
Well, I was gonna say yes, both completely true. I guess my thing is I still feel the same way as far as like the Christian component. If you're if you're doing those things to escape or whatever, and
right.
Again, what you do, WWJD people, WWJD. Just think about that. So if you're getting drunk or smoke cigarettes or whatever as a Christian, why? Like, what's the purpose? Like, another thing is, like, your whole purpose on this earth to give God glory, to spread the gospel. I don't know why I'm going this route. But so if you're doing this, it's kind of like diminishing your witness, or because it's like you're out here drunk, or, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But.
Or high, for this matter.
Or high. Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, marijuana affects people differently.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, when they get high, they're not impaired necessarily. I mean, now the amount you smoke definitely matters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's some long terms, and a lot of people think, oh, well, this just affects me just small.
Right.
But I did look at some of the long term effects I didn't want to get to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to?
I don't know.
I thought you were about to transition.
I'm gonna let you finish.
No, go ahead and transition into that.
Hold on. Sorry, as my Okay, so some of the long term, so sometimes like memory loss, critical thinking and reasoning, learning functions is actually low. Where's your IQ? You have breathing problems, and these are just a few things that I named. And this all came from drugabuse.gov, so it's a legit source. And some of the short-term effects were, of course, the same kind of things, but delusions, hallucinations, changes in mood, impaired body movements, things of that nature. So, and like you, and yes, it does affect people differently. But and also, I just want to put this out because I do know a friend who got in trouble this way, especially for the young people. Be careful because you just never know what it's laced with. So it's like you're
Absolutely.
putting yourself at risk for so many different things. What I just named, and then also for it to be laced with other things, and so you can get addicted and just be strung out and just go. I had a friend literally. I'm gonna say two quick. First time smoking weed, thought it was gonna be cool because his friends did it and all that jazz, and it was laced with something. I don't know if you heard the story in the news. It's called the Good Samaritan. He legit had a psychotic break, car broke down, but somebody stopped over to help him. But then he just like went crazy on this person, like ran down the street naked. It was like a whole psychotic break because of that one time trying weed. So just be careful, people. I mean, don't,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Just be
it's just
careful.
it's just a lot of risk that you're taking that I think it could be avoided.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, definitely. You gotta definitely be careful because you can't.
so we have a comment coming in, people.
It said, "Isn't God supposed to relieve stress? If people need a crutch like alcohol, any weed, and they are not getting what God provided."
Who said that? Hello, Pastor P. That is true. So yes, I read that earlier in 1 Peter 5:7. That is true. So if can you, I don't know if you can say that little. What was that?
Isn't God supposed to relieve stress? If people need a crutch like alcohol, any weed, then they are not getting what God provided, which is peace.
Exactly, because God can relieve all the anxiety, all that, give you peace that always all understanding. So seek Him, and always don't seek outside sources. So yeah, and it's a dangerous road to go down. That's all. You just never know what you're gonna get. So well, you were saying something before we got that comment. Sorry.
I do not recall. Oh, but I can transition to this. So when I was doing my research, I was trying to figure out. Okay, since we're Christian, we always have to go back to the Bible to figure out what do we do,
Yeah.
right? So as I did my research, yes, the Bible doesn't say anything about weed specifically. However, it does talk about alcohol, and it does talk about drunkenness. So I looked into it. I was like, well, what's the issue with drunkenness? Obviously, it's not a good thing, but like, let's get it. Like, let's break it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's being intoxicated by alcohol because the intoxication affects brain function, mood, consciousness, cognition, and behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So, because of that, you can be intoxicated by marijuana because it can have the same type of effects. Now, here's my question. People drink alcohol, right? But not everyone gets drunk because it's about moderation, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, because of that, why don't you think marijuana gets that same energy?
There's three answers. Another comment.
Okay.
It
Come on,
said,
can you put your mic a little closer to her so she can read it?
Oh,
right, yeah. It said, making weed legal is the same as when they began to make alcohol legal. Weed is addictive, especially to those who smoked weed every day and were addicted. Weed is not good.
Who said that? Thanks for that comment. You're on the fire today. But that is very true. I'm sorry. What was your?
no, I was asking why do you think alcohol and marijuana don't get the same energy, even from the Christian community? Because there's a lot of Christians that believe you can drink in moderation. Not all Christians don't think you can't drink at all.
Hmm.
Because this is my thing. I feel like I'm not here advocating you should smoke weed. What I'm trying to say is I think the attitudes towards marijuana, don't get me wrong, while there are some negative effects, you don't see people thrown in jail for having two drinks. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? But you see
you
people thrown
going
in
to jail. This gonna be a whole nother thing.
You know
next.
what I'm saying? But you see people going to jail for small amounts of marijuana.
That will be our next.
And so I feel like what I want to unpack is, why do we look at marijuana like it's so much more harmful than alcohol? Because they both are destructive.
They are.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why doesn't alcohol get the same energy?
Because from me, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. So,
What's your opinion?
Yeah. It is legal. Number one, but I don't think that will change for marijuana. But because of it can lead to so many other things, especially if it's laced or just people trying to chase that first high.
But the argument against that would be, you can get roofied with alcohol. You can
that is true.
Get a drink and you could.
That is true, and that is very much true.
Okay, somebody had a comment to what you said.
Okay, what did I say?
They said,
I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble today.
No. They said if you get tested and it's found in your system, you can get fired and will lose a long time career.
Who said that?
She said,
Uh,
she said based on what he was saying
about the
the difference between marijuana and alcohol, because of alcohol you won't, but, get fired, but marijuana.
you probably need to keep the mic when you're talking so they can hear you.
Oh, okay, got you. So basically, you're saying that you can get fired for having marijuana in your system. Excuse me. But with alcohol, I mean, you won't get fired if it's in your system.
You won't, because if you get drug tested.
Yeah, right. But they don't test you for alcohol.
They say you should do some other different.
Right. No, that's a legitimate point. I'm not sure if that's the case I don't know. This is just me speaking out loud. I'm not sure if that's the case in states where it's completely legal, but no, I hear what you're saying on that.
So, Monica Parker said marijuana and alcohol are the same. Alcohol and weed are gateway drugs, both. So that's her reason.
So, okay. So
oh, Lord.
the drug, that same website. I'm just saying,
same
website that you just cited for drug info. What was it called? I forgot what it was called. It was the same. You said a name, and that was the same exact website.
Drugabuse.gov.
Yes. So,
also use norml.com. Lord, I have so many things.
So I was reading on that website about gateway drugs. Right?
Yeah. norml.org. That's also another website I used.
Got it.
Normal, I guess.
It said according to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, studies found that adolescent rat exposure to THC can desensitize dopamine receptors in the brain, which can explain why some people have to have stronger forms or larger amounts of marijuana to maintain the same high.
Mm-hmm.
So that could definitely, cause people to need more of it.
Yes.
Also in that same sentence, though, it says, however, studies also show that the majority of people who use marijuana do not go on to use harder substances. In the same.
How many
document.
people did it say a lot, or did
it said? I mean, it didn't give a number. It said the majority of the people they've done studies on do not go on to use harder substances.
But are they staying in that state of trying to get high every day with the weed? I mean,
I'm sure some do, but what I don't believe, based on what I've read, that's not the majority of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it boils down to using any of these substances. Do not put God above. No, excuse me. Put God above. Wow. I'm glad I finished that sentence. Put God above everything.
Put you in a pool and
you know
beep it down.
Because I feel like when you put God below anything, it will take control of your life.
Yes.
100%. You know what I'm saying? It can be damaging. But, people, I think it's about being educated on what you're doing. It's hard for me to judge all people, even Christians.
It's not necessarily judging. It's just, I'm not judging.
Okay.
And don't want it to come off as judging. I just want to allow people, especially Christians,
right,
just to know if you're doing this, why are you doing
Right,
this?
that's
And
the
get
question.
to answer why.
That's the question.
And especially if it's all these except for the medical reason, you're seeking it for things you're looking at for outside of Christ, and I think that's where the issue. And I want people to understand that God is supreme, and He could give you strength.
Absolutely.
I'm laughing at our producer back here; she's laughing at
We
me.
got another comment?
But God is supreme, and He can relieve your anxiety, your stress, whatever reason you're seeking to search out for drugs, alcohol, whatever your substance is. He can do all things. So let's make sure that
I agree.
Okay.
1,000%.
What was the?
So the last comment on there was, why would a Christian want to smoke weed?
Exactly. That's my thing. And back to the beginning, people. WWJD. Are you going to be rolling that blunt with Jesus right there with you? So always want to be just think about things. Like if you're doing this for escape, what am I missing? What am I searching for? Maybe I need to get back in the Word. God has all the answers. The Word has all the answers. So if you're feeling some kind of way, you're feeling down and out, and you feel like you got to seek out a drug or a substance to get that relief, then you're already on the wrong place. You need to search God. And yeah, that's my little soapbox. Anymore. I did want to touch a little bit really quick. I don't know how much time we have left really about just
You gotta,
I know I felt something about the weed and like this disparities as far as like black people getting arrested and things really quick. Just one little fact I think will sum it up. And where is it really quick? Sorry people. Dang it. Okay, this is really quick. On average, black people are on average 3.73 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana possession than a white person, even though black and whites use marijuana similar rates. I thought that was just, it's not blind because I know it's not. Thank you. It's not surprising, but it's just like, oh my gosh. And really quick, between 2000, these studies are done in 2021, by the way.
We should do another episode. Should black people smoke weed?
Obviously.
In America.
Between 2015 and 2019, there were 3,631 arrests in DC, which, by the way, is 80. That's and 89% of them were black people. Do you know how many black people make up the population in DC?
Majority, right? Aren't they
45%.
45?
Yes. So of the 49, 89 of them were arrested for weed.
Wow.
That's crazy. And the studies, and this all on this website was all done in 2021. So this is all recent stuff. You see the gap. And so that's a whole, I don't have time. Our characters
that
like, looking at us. But
that is a whole thing.
It's just sad. So, and it's something that has to change, especially in the states that it's become legal. I do believe that their charge and everything should be expunged, all that, because it's like if it's legal, but I'm still holding it against
That's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole.
I agree. It's just like it's messed up because it's all about money. At the end of the day, it's about the government being able to make money off of this, this plant. So
yeah. So my friend Artisha, she actually lived up in DC for a short period of time. She says a whole lot of black people in DC.
Yeah, I thought it was majority of, but 45%.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see like what percentage of that is that like 45% black, 55% white. Or is there like a other minority?
I didn't get all of it. I just got the black facts about the weed. Sorry. But one more. Pastor P said, 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink, whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God. Exactly. That is the key, people. So is weed or getting drunk gonna be for the glory of God? That's me. So. WWJD, people. WWJD. So I hope this answered a lot of you guys' questions about smoking weed as Christians. Hold on after this. We're still going to take some questions, but thank you for watching. This was fun. I hope you guys got a lot of things out of this episode.
Yeah, so hold on one second. We're doing some questions. Uh-oh, our producer almost dropped the phone.
Oh Lord.
Somebody had a comment. You can talk about their comment, and then this is the one question. The only question we had was, "What's the purpose?" So you guys can say.
Who was it? Okay, you see, read
Okay,
it.
so if you feel bad about doing something, if Jesus is sitting beside you, you shouldn't do it. LOL.
Who is this?
This is Doreen.
Okay. Exactly. I totally agree. And I think that can go a whole lot of things because people like, oh, well, it's even watching a movie or show. Like, if you feel bad if, like, Jesus is watching or sitting next to you, I mean, which he is there with you, so he knows. But if he was physically in the flesh, like you're right here with me, and watching this, would you feel guilty? Or would you having that conversation or whatever the case? Always think of that, especially as Christians. That's how we should live our lives. Um, with Jesus is, I mean, he is right there with you, so he already knows. Right. But I think that's just something as a Christian we should always think about. What was the other one? I'm sorry. I'm not. Huh? I don't. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. It keeps going up. Okay, Pastor B, all things are lawful, but not things are all things are expedient. Exactly. So, yes, there's a lot of any questions out here. Our bodies are the temple of the Holy Ghost. Exactly. Which one? 10th Corinthians.
I feel like you've almost fell like 3 times over there.
Yes. Artisha, what did she say about I would feel bad having me? I'm not. I wasn't reading that. I saw
Wait,
Artisha's thing.
let me see.
I saw her comment. But any more question, guys? I wasn't entertaining her. I love you, but
That's
no.
a good point, though. You wouldn't do that in front of.
But even listen, that's a whole nother conversation. I mean, the Bible said you can't like you married, you nothing. So there's that. Yeah. Oh no, I read that already. Alrighty. Well, if no more questions, we will wrap it up. Thanks for joining us this
Thank y'all
time.
for joining.
Bye.